Hello, welcome to Soulprint Intuitive Tarot. Thank you so very, very much for being here. You're going to be seeing this on Tuesday, June 27th. Twyla's decided to explore this desk like she's never seen it before. She spends huge amounts of time in this room. Hey, buddy, what you doing, sweetie? Good girl. Okay, sorry. So what I want to do is I want to take a look at July, the month of July in the US. So that's what I'm going to focus this more in-depth reading on. I also plan on doing a series of minis this week about, Trump in July and DeSantis in July, that kind of thing, sort of zero in, because it's possible that this one might be broader. If you have not hit the notification button, please do so. It's interesting, but the videos that I released first thing actually get lower views than the ones I release second. And typically there are 2 a day. So if you're only seeing one of them, maybe hit the notification bell so that you can get notified when they get released. And for any of you who would like to subscribe, I would sincerely appreciate that and like that very much. My numbers have absolutely stagnated. They're just not moving. I'm not sure why, but there's that. So anyways, let's get cracking and see how the US is going to do in the month of July 2023. Wow. Is it just me or does time move like really fast? I don't remember it moving that fast when I was younger. Okay, here we go. Overview USA July. Overview USA July. Overview USA July. Here we go. Justice. 9 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles. Page of Cups. So let's start with these guys. So you can anticipate, of course, July, I think it's the end of July, beginning of August, but I think it's the end of July, is when Bonnie Wills is going to, drop her indictments for the Georgia election interference. I don't know what that looks like, but it's a pretty safe bet that, one of the names on those indictments is Trump. I also suspect there might be, in fact, I'm sure that there are several other people. Some are going to know the names of, like, it's possible, like Lindsey Graham or, I don't know, sort of mine went blank, that whole cast of clowns. So anyway, so that's going to be interesting. But more importantly, it feels almost as if as these legal issues get moving forward, country itself is just going to, or the vast majority of the country, is just going to feel like just a sense of like abundance, a sense that even though the wheels turned really, really slow and it was frustrating as all get out, things are finally moving forward. I also noticed it's been interesting that the Supreme Court has somehow managed to make some rulings lately that actually don't have people up in arms. So there's that going on. Now, those who are going to be targeted are really going to find themselves standing alone. And what I mean by that is, so one of the things that's been going on, you're all aware of this, right? Is that when a witness is called, and this is somebody who, has dirt on Trump, somehow magically their legal bills end up getting paid by some, CPAC or something through Trump's election, whatever. But what he's going to find out when you start talking about, state and federal charges of the caliber of election interference, charges out of the Espionage Act. And then you've got Tish James with all of the Trump business, Trump or issues going on. In this case, those independent people, be it the Lindsey Grahams or anybody else of that who gets scooped up, they are not going to be on, they may be on Team Trump publicly, but I don't believe they're going to be on Team Trump as the month unfolds, as stuff starts falling into place, because they realize this is now their butt on fire, and they need to be very careful and selective about what they do and say. Okay, so the Page of Cups. Oh, look, in the Page of Wands. So I really like this. So this, of course, is about sort of actions connected to words. Okay, so literally, I'm interpreting this card in this reading truly as the actions that connect to the words of indictments of that kind of issue going on. And because you have the Page of Cups here, it very much feels like there is, it tends to solidify and calm a lot of people. People feel relieved throughout the month of July. It is not going to be a quiet summer, okay? There's just going to be stuff, just stuff going on. And it's normally the summer months are kind of very, whatever, kind of drift through them. Not anymore, not in these news cycles, because there's just always something. Okay, so that's part of what I'm seeing. Interesting. Okay, so I'm looking here. I'm looking at the Emperor, the Four of Swords, and Four of Pentacles, and I'm not loving the energy that I'm getting around this. It feels very much like you can anticipate some more hacking going on, particularly around big organizations or companies. So, and the bigger you are, the more likely you are to get attacked. So be mindful of that as you are going through your month of July, and make sure that you keep close tabs on, your money, your cyber stuff, whether it's your emails or your bank accounts or whatever it is. Okay, just be a little bit more vigilant. I'm not really seeing it causing a huge problem among as much, the general population, as I'm seeing it's going to start rocking people's trust that their information can be or keeps on being compromised. But more, it feels like it is the big companies who are going to take a hit there. All right. So the people who support Trump are going to continue to support him. Okay. His popularity is going to continue to stay steady. It may incline a bit over the month of July, it looks like. They don't want to see what's in front of them, and they don't want to become informed enough to be able to understand the degree, Page of Swords, the degree to which the Trump, mandate, if you will, is about ripping down the government and shutting it down and becoming much more, if he wins, much more like, those he admires, like Netanyahu and Putin and whoever else. Okay. So don't expect any big aha moments coming um, coming from that camp. It just doesn't look like we're there yet. All right, now we have the Ace of Wands and the Two of Wands. So this is about communicating. This is about information coming out. So what we're looking at here is possibly some more in-depth reporting, particularly with the Supreme Court. It feels like there's going to be even more stuff coming out about money, about trips, vacations, you name it. Those investigative reporters are doing an amazing, amazing job. And the reality is that situation needs to be addressed and shifted, but it does not look like that's something that's going to happen in July. July feels more like it is more about more stuff coming out and more stuff coming out and more stuff coming out. Okay, so that's going to be interesting. Now, we have the Queen of Swords here, and we have the Queen of Cups. So I think this is pertaining actually to the power behind sort of the females that are going after Trump. If you can hear my dog, sorry, he's just right now. Hang on. Hi. Okay, so Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. So the first thing that comes to mind is, again, indictments coming down in July. I'm also sort of wondering now that, look, there's a lot of legal stuff that's going to go on here. I'm kind of wondering now that the prosecution has asked for the trial date, I think, to be December 11th in the Mar-a-Lago case. I'm wondering if Tish James is going to go ahead with her legal issues with Trump, because I think that was scheduled for August, if I'm remembering correctly. So looks like she may very well move forward with that. And you have the funny wheels thing, and you can expect some more slick moves from the prosecution, the Jack Smith team. There's going to be a lot that goes on behind the scenes, some of which we'll know about, some of which we're just going to hear bits of, and some of it completely we won't have a clue what's happening, okay? Biden is going to continue to maintain sort of that high ground, and he's just in his usual way, it's very soft-spoken and sharp way. He is going to continue to stand firm on decisions that he has made, and he is not going to be easily maneuvered. Not quite sure what this is about, but there's definitely something going on that is putting him in a position of continued growth, even though there are some issues. For some reason, it just feels like he's going to need to push back on something. But ultimately, the vast majority of people are going to be very pleased with what he does. And he's going to go full steam ahead at whatever this is. Quickly. quickly go ahead. Okay. So it looks like he's going to be in relatively good shape. I think that okay. I think that one of the things that's going to be going on quietly is sort of an assessment of um, campaigns. I'm seeing this as the Biden campaign, but I'm also looking at other political, runners who this is sort of an assessment time. They're taking a look at what they have, what they need to do to increase their coffers, et cetera, et cetera. Um, I don't quite understand this, but I'm understanding that there is some important stuff that goes on throughout the summer having to do with the elections. Um, and I don't know how to explain it because I don't remember it really clearly at the moment. But the point is, there's going to be a lot of juggling and shifting going on. Don't be surprised if Chris Christie actually continues to gain momentum. And again, I don't know that anybody wants Chris Christie as the next president, but people are really enjoying watching him take down Trump and making all the other contestants look kind of stupid. So don't be surprised if he doesn't, sort of rise a little bit. He's not going to win. He's not going to be president, but. So the next three cards are sort of, what gave me a bit of pause. So what you have here is the Hierophant, you have the Magician, and you have the High Priestess. This is going to be about secrets that are going to be revealed, going to continue to be revealed, particularly around SCOTUS. But it feels like there's going to be a few more kind of secrets that come out connected to other politicians. And it's not going to bode well for any of them. I mean, there was already the whole Boebert thing with the 911 call, which just says a lot, Um, but it feels like there's just going to be more stuff coming out, and it's going to be a lot of effort to try to spin it around, and they're not going to actually do a great job of spinning it around because really it talks about things that are dishonest, things that are trickery, etc. Okay, so there's that. And now you have the Hierophant, which in this case seems to be representing government kind of writ large. Okay, so that's curious there, all right? What else do we have here? Okay, all right. So, starting off with the Five of Cups. So, this feels a little bit sort of like disappointment at the way something looks like it's unfolding or continues to unfold. This could be about Trump and his popularity, but more, it's about recognizing the reality of the situation politically and starting to get involved, pay more attention. I know that for a lot of you, you're just so sick of hearing about Trump and you're so sick of all the crap that's been going on. But when you tune out, that's when the other side wins, right? And so it's important, and I'm not suggesting 8 hours of, CNN or MSNBC or whatever a day, but I am saying you need to start paying attention because things are going to start moving ahead fairly quickly. And you're going to be able to see the sort of the promise, okay, the promise of the United States, the shiny house on the hill, bring me your weary, whatever. And ultimately, that is going to be a good part of what restores the United States. It's not going to be a huge monumental month, but it's going to be very fluid. There's going to be shifts and changes kind of everywhere you look. Friday night news is going to be really entertaining. It's that kind of an energy for the month. But there's definitely not a feeling of slowing down. There's more a feeling, there's more a feeling of things picking up and more things to be paying attention to and kind of keep them straight. I myself may have to do like a spreadsheet or something to keep track of the charges and the trials, but that's just me. Okay. I've never before seen this card as Mother Russia, but I have now. Okay, so interpreting this as Mother Russia, and certainly given what has gone on in the past weekend, these are the next cards that come up. So you have that Eight of Swords and you have the Four of Cups. So the leader of that country, who shall remain nameless, has started to recognize that he's really in a bit of a bind. Things aren't going the way he wanted them to. The mercenaries are pissed off at him. He looks weak. He looks like he's not in control, like he's not in power, and he's going to pout about that. Okay, and I can't help but think that a pouting Putin is a dangerous you-know-who guy. See, I said I can't do it without saying names, okay? So now we've got that disappointment. I don't think he's going to walk away, but I think that he definitely is in for a very difficult month because I think that he is not able to bounce back from this so quickly. I mean, in part because he doesn't want to see the situation. He doesn't want to hear what he doesn't want to hear. He doesn't want to see what he doesn't want to see. He doesn't care to hear it. He wants to hear that he's brilliant, he's smart, and every single thing is just going to be amazing because it's how he wants it. And he is becoming so weakened that, I don't know. Do we think he's actually going to be around at the beginning of the new year? Not so sure. All right. Okay, so that's what I know now. So don't forget, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays, there are minis that come out. I'm going to try to do 6 this week. But please, when you come across one of the minis, just scan around and see if you can find the other one because they are released within about 45 minutes of each other. And so, I don't know, it just somehow gets, the first one always seems to get lost a little bit in the shuffle. All right, so thank you very, very much. I'm so grateful for all of your continued support and your encouragement, your lovely, lovely comments. Thank you very much for all of it. Until next time, take care and be well. We'll see you soon. Bye.